haven't done one of these in a while, but let's go ahead and do another update review. Alright, so first off, we're going to be going over the M1014. So basically, in summarization, they just updated. They just upgraded its amount of damage it does, whatever distance you can say. So basically, they just upgraded the amount of damage it does, and basically added 8 more bullets on the side. So that's about it. I don't really know much about this change. However, they did increase the damage a bit. So I'll give this a 6 out of 10, which was a pretty nice change. Now, the other one where I wanted to go over, so screw the Uzi, screw the sniper, is the Bloxy Cola. Alright, let's get this out of the way. So basically with the Bloxy Cola, you could use it twice and get 33% of your HP back. And also, they basically made it so you basically, run at least for infinite stamina for 20 seconds. Now with the new change, they made it so you can only use it once and get 50 HP as soon as you drink it, and also made it only so you run for 12 seconds, which in my opinion is not too great of a change, not gonna lie. So in my opinion, a rework. Now I would basically obviously only make this usable once. However, the amount of HP, instead of it giving you 50 HP immediately, I would say give it at least 75 HP, basically making it so you still get a decent amount of HP left, especially when you're basically getting attacked from infected as like the last one. So you basically have a little bit more HP, and probably make the boost duration to like, I don't know, like 17 to 20 seconds, because 12 seconds is already long enough. However, with fast infected like the Juggernaut, Banshee, and infected trying to cut you off, those 12 seconds are going to disappear really quickly. So in my opinion, 17 to 20 seconds is a little bit more better and beneficial. Not too broken, but I think this would actually make it so the Bloxy Cola is a little bit more better. However, these changes are not too great for it. So in my opinion, I give this a solid 4 out of 10. I don't really like this change, and a rework, I believe, is what I said. It could be necessarily great for it. Next up, we have the candy cane, and oh boy, I love this one. So basically, the new change for the candy cane is basically gives you instantly 70 HP as soon as you down it, aka consume it, and then the bonus, the bonus effects you get are increased to 30 seconds, which is actually a little bit longer, and actually sounds pretty good, not gonna lie. And these effects have also been buffed to where they actually do a little bit more better than they used to. For an example, the rate of fire bonus effect you get is now increased to 20%, which means you are going to shoot a little bit faster with your Tommy gun. So basically, it's going to be not as much as like, minigun speed, but I'd say somewhat close to the minigun speed fire rate, in my opinion. And then finally, the reload speed bonus effect, holy fuck, it is increased to 40%. It was 25, now it's 40%, meaning if you have a spaz, you're gonna reload so fast. If you have a minigun, you are gonna reload within like 1.5, or not 1.5, probably just 1 second or so. This is a lovely change. I really love this since I am a candy cane fan. However, I think this might be a little too much, not gonna lie. So I'd say probably just do the bonus effect duration to like, I don't know, 27 or something like that. And then that's about it, really. However, the candy cane, I love this change. It's gonna make the candy cane a lot more better of a, type of utility, especially when you combine it with Bloxy Cola. Holy fuck, you will be running so fast and so far for so long, especially when the effect for the Bloxy Cola is over. You'll still run so much farther with the rest of like 20 or so seconds, really. So candy cane buff and change, I would say I love it, so 7.5 out of 10. Now, all the other ones I don't really care about except the fire extinguisher. Okay, what they added was a feature to where you can literally clear yourself of fire from an inferno immediately. A feature. I haven't tested it out yet, but I'll eventually do that. But you can basically free yourself from the fire effect from the inferno with your own fire extinguisher, and also a knockback extinguisher thing to projectiles, which I'm pretty sure means if you shoot it at infernos, they'll get like stunned or something like that, and they'll be like pushed back a little bit while you're using it on them, which basically means as soon as you hit it on them, they will not be able to move much, and you can easily get the win on them. And also they updated the damage to 150, and get this, you will now have 200 projectiles from the fire extinguisher you can use, basically 200 bullets. And That is insanely good, meaning on escalation, as long as one person has this and someone throws a pipe bomb, you can just instantly wipe them all out and still have like, I don't know, 150 bullets left to actually use for the rest of the infernos. This is gonna make Fire Extinguisher a humongous beneficial utility to use on escalation and in any other game mode, which is pretty good, not gonna lie. So I would give this change a solid 7 out of 10. I really like it, and especially the added self-extinguishing feature. Next up is, I'm pretty sure the most broken one, is the pumpkin pie usage. So basically for the pumpkin pie, you can now use it 3 times, kind of like the Bloxy Cola. And every single time you use it, you get 120 HP, which is insanely good. Meaning, if you combine the pumpkin pie with the ham, you will basically become unkillable, because infected will just be like, I have you now as soon as you take damage. Then you use your ham, then you use your pumpkin pie usages, and then you get the medkit station. You will just be a motherfucker that will not die, in my opinion. So realistically saying, this is an insanely good buff, and it will just basically be broken since you are getting so much HP. And I feel like there should be a simple change to this, to where you can only probably use it like, I don't know, twice or something like that, but still 120 HP is a lot, especially when you can use it immediately and then just use the others for later. So I say this change, I give it like a 6.5 out of 10. Really good, however, it's going to be pretty broken in my opinion. Next up is one I wanted to talk about, which is basically the Banshee being able to be spawned in 90 seconds into a match. Instead of 150, it's now 90 seconds, meaning a minute and 30 seconds, instantly everyone can choose the Banshee. And then I'm pretty sure it'll just go back to 150 or 90, I can't remember, but realistically saying, or just basically saying, this is gonna make it so Arena is gonna be so torturous, since literally Banshees are spawning in every 130 seconds or however much longer, and especially if, depending, the Banshee just dies like a minute after it's spawned in, basically you'll be like, oh thank god, we're finally done with the Banshee, and then instantly 30 seconds later, oh for fuck's sake, there's another Banshee. This is gonna basically make it so Banshees are gonna be so torturous to actually go up against. I somewhat like this change, but I would say probably reduce the change to 90 seconds, to with the increase the seconds, instead of from 90 seconds, increase it to like at least 120 seconds to make it so it's a little bit shorter. However, they appear still, you know, a little bit later into the match. A minute and 30 seconds is still, I believe, a little bit too short, in my opinion. Then there's the rapid infection change. Like, okay, so basically what they did is, basically when there's one person left in rapid infection, aka one survivor remaining, instead of the timer and the timer immediately going to 60 seconds for the survivor to outlast the infected for 1 minute, and for infected to just see the survivor instantly to go get them, basically if everyone dies right off the bat, for an example, when there's 2 minutes left in the game, the final survivor is already in last stand mode, aka basically all infected can see them. However, they have to survive for the next 2 minutes with infected that can insta-kill them. This change, in my opinion, is just downright, like, idiotic, in my opinion. Basically, this allows for games to, whenever someone is the last remaining one and there's more than a minute left, more than like a minute and 30 seconds, you know for a fact they're going to die, because I don't know any survivor who can withstand 2 minutes of constant infected that are basically having speed armor or armor on them, and there's hundreds of them just swarming at them at every single second. I really don't know any person who can do that for like the next 2 to 3 minutes and basically outlasting every infected that could basically insta-kill them. In my opinion, this desperately needs a change, and I would probably make it so the survivor has, well, just like a minute, because like already a minute's already challenging enough when every survivor, whenever infected can see them. So realistically saying, I just don't like this change. 0 out of 10. Just please rework this, aka just remove it entirely. Also, there's a pretty cool feature on the Riot where basically any damage that are basically hitting his head, aka headshot damage, are instantly decreased to 0 damage. So basically, headshots do not do shit to the Riot, which is a pretty cool feature since he's like the only infected wearing a helmet. And it does make sense since, you know, he's a SWAT dude with a heavy duty helmet. Now we just have to wait until basically there's something done with his shield. But that's still pretty cool with the head thing. I pretty much like the change. I'd say, I don't know, like a 6 out of 10, since it doesn't really necessarily change the game too much since you just have to aim for his body except his head, but still it's a pretty cool idea. And that's all I really wanted to talk about. Now, if you noticed in the infected shop, you will see these like, what's it called? Percentages, which you'll be like, what the hell is this? So basically, whatever percentage it says, like for an example, I don't remember if it says 75% or like 7.5% on like a certain infected, but if it's a particularly a high percentage on an infected, then that is the, what's it called? That is basically the game telling you, hey, you are most likely going to spawn as whatever infected it is on, in either the next respawns or like this is what you could have respawned or something like that. But I'm pretty sure it's basically talking about like this is most likely what you're going to spawn as the next infected in the next few spawns respawns you're basically going to go through as the infected. So that's basically what the percentages are. So yeah, that's my basic review on this what's it called, update, I guess. But realistically, or just basically saying, the Bloxy Cola one just confuses me so much. The pie, holy hell, it's gonna be so broken, and we'll just see how it goes. Hopefully some of these changes actually get through and, you know, make it so the Bloxy Cola or whatever it is just makes it a little bit better. However, we'll just see in the upcoming days.